So President Trump, former President Trump, is he's trying to get back into the groove of what he was like in 2015 and 2016 when he was a very good and effective and efficient fake populist. But he's not doing it well anymore, right? And I think it's because he was already president for 4 years. We have his record. We know he's not a populist. We know he governs like a standard Republican, like Dick Cheney, George Bush, whoever, fill in the blank with whoever, right? And so he's trying to get his groove back, how Stella Trump got his groove back, and he's just coming up short. So he went and gave a speech, you guys remember this, at the UAW. Wrong. He pretended like he was going to give a speech at the UAW to the striking workers. He didn't. He went to a non-union shop with like hand-picked workers who are already pro-Trump. They were holding up like union workers for Trump signs that were not union-made signs. The whole thing was a farce, right? And the media sort of fell for his tap dance and pretended like, oh yeah, Biden went to go stand on the picket line and stand with striking workers and give them a speech, and Trump did the same thing. No, he didn't. Trump did not do anything remotely like that, okay? Well, now he lets the mask slip quite a bit. He's given a speech, and look at what he ends up admitting.
In fact, I went up to Michigan to save the United Auto Workers from their union because their union was negotiating a terrible thing. They were negotiating hourly wages, but they weren't talking about the electric vehicles because they can have all the wages they want, but in 2 years they're not going to have a job if they go with this mandate.
So he's saying, I went to the UAW to try to save them. Again, he didn't go to the UAW because I told them they're making a mistake. Why are you protesting for better wages? You should be protesting to not make a transition to electric cars. Well, look, this is the first time he actually admitted that what the union wants is not what he's been pretending they want. Trump's been trying to make I'm with the union, and the reason I'm with the union is because these electric vehicles are stupid. You're going to lose all your jobs if you go to electric vehicles, and China's going to eat our lunch if you move to electric vehicles. He used to pretend like this is what the union wants, and I'm their voice. Now he's admitting, okay, the union actually doesn't want what I pretended they want. What they want is higher wages. But then he says, and that's bad. You shouldn't be protesting for higher wages. All right, let's be clear, guys. The UAW is not against moving to electric vehicles. They are not. They are not. That is not a demand of the workers. Hey, no more electric vehicles. Let's not move towards electric vehicles. That is not one of their demands. What they want is higher wages, fewer hours, better benefits. This is what they're protesting for. This is what they're protesting for. And even to the idea of, oh my God, you're going to lose all these jobs if you move to electric vehicles. That's not true either. One of the reasons why Sean Fain, the head of the UAW, is saying let's do a 4-day work week is because they want to keep the number of jobs the same for all of the auto workers, even understanding that when you make electric cars, you need fewer people than for gas-powered cars. But that's one of the reasons they're arguing for a 4-day work week. So it's the union is not against it, nor should they be against it. The core of their fight is over wages, as it should be. Why? The executives got a 40% pay increase. So the workers are saying, well, we deserve a 40% pay increase. In 2008, with the subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession, you had all the workers took a haircut, and they did it voluntarily. And they were told, hey, when times get better, you'll be rewarded. Well, times did get better, and they weren't rewarded. In fact, the companies have done tremendous amount of stock buybacks. Instead of paying their workforce better, they're doing stock buybacks, artificially inflating the price of the stock. So what the workers want, they are right about. Higher wages, 4-day work week, better benefits. This is the crux of their disagreement. And here's Trump coming out there saying, I told them they're wrong. You shouldn't be asking for higher wages. You should just be saying we don't want any electric cars. By the way, he couldn't be more wrong about electric cars because it's coming no matter what. We are moving towards electric cars no matter what. So the question is, do you want to lead the pack or do you want to be behind the pack? If you lead the pack, you can create all the jobs here. You can get the inevitable patents for the new technology that we're going to need. Or you could be the person who's arguing in favor of keeping the Morse code as the telephone was invented. We're going to lose all of our Morse code jobs. We can't do this telephone thing. Stay with Morse code. Like, that's the equivalent. I don't want to move towards cars. We have this great horse and buggy industry. I don't want to ruin the horse and buggy industry. Let's stay with the horse and buggy. Like, this is his fake populist tap dance. Said he talked to union workers. He didn't talk to union workers. pretended like he was on their side and talking about electric cars. He's not on their side, and they didn't even want anything vis-a-vis electric cars. And now he comes out and says it. Wages? Why are you protesting over wages? Maybe because they're colossally underpaid. Maybe that's why. But according to Trump, they shouldn't be fighting for better wages. They got their whole strike thing all wrong. But don't worry. The billionaire right-wing scam artist who was just found liable of fraud, he's going to come in there and tell the workers what they need to focus on. Thanks, but no thanks. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.